Well, hello, and welcome back after literally month of no RCT3 videos by me. That's kinda sad, but the reason why that happened is I participated in my own contest, the heavily themed dive coaster contest, and so I was busy making my project or building on my entry. Damn, my English is really crappy. But yeah, the reason why I didn't upload anything during that time period is just because I was way too busy with my Ravenstein project, which is my entry for the heavily themed dive coaster contest. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish it before the deadline. I'm not even halfway done, but anyways, because it was a contest, I thought, nah, I can't record anything. I can't show that to the public yet. Not in a work in progress state. So I didn't do anything. I didn't upload, I didn't record. But now the contest came to an end. I still have to make some kind of judge thing. I'm not sure how to call that. Like the actual contest where people can vote for projects, and I think like we say, yeah, I want coaster designer's project to be first and blah 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 blah, and the second, and then lots of people do that, and in the end they have another and can choose a winner. You know what I mean. But I'm already talking like probably for like 5 minutes. No, it's actually 2.5 minutes before the episode actually started. And now I come to the actual point of this video, because I plan to interpretate the Rivers of America artwork for Disneyland in Anaheim in California. Those who already know or have already seen the artwork will know what I'm talking about, but for the rest, it's probably now on the screen. And yeah, you can see this wooden bridge going across the lake, and on the side of these rocks and the pine trees, and yeah, everything looks amazing. The waterfalls, the ship, the Tom Sawyer Island. And I thought to myself, okay, my Big Thunder Mountain didn't have such a great layout, and I want to completely redo Frontierland, and probably a lot of people are now really upset because of that, but I have a lot of hopes. I already have made plans where how to make a Big Thunder Mountain this time. I am still going for that more green and grey rock style instead of the orange rocks Big Thunder Mountain is known for. Did I just punch my microphone accidentally? But no, I don't know anymore what I was talking about. Big Thunder Mountain, grey and green and blah blah. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to have that curve that wooden bridge where a train goes by, and we use the Tom Sawyer Island for Big Thunder Mountain. And I think that sounds like a good plan. And I thought to myself, okay, if I want to place the Disneyland Railroad, if I want to have such a large curve, how am I going to do that? And I thought to myself, okay, das Matze made a really great custom track for this, with really wide curves. I think radius 11, yes, a curve with radius 11, I mean the usual wide curves, RCT3 when you have a radius of 3 or 6. I think it's just 3, so 11 is just the giant curve. And what I thought was, okay, the custom track is really good, but I don't like the trackbed. The trackbed is made out of some kind of, I'm not sure how you call this, these tiny rocks that are stones that are bigger than sand, but yeah, the trackbed, some kind of trackbed you just have, usually have for train tracks. And I thought to myself, okay, there's a wooden bridge and there's this trackbed, and that doesn't work because there aren't any trackbeds on wooden bridges. You have a track with wooden sleepers, and we sleepers lay on the wooden bridge. No trackbed. So I thought maybe I could make the trackbed invisible. I have that in the video later, and how I did that, and make custom wooden sleepers, and that's actually what this video is about. Let me hit play on some videos. Wait a second. Yeah. So this video isn't actually about building chairs. That's my chairs. Great. It's not actually about building that Rivers of America bridge and area, but it's more about making the custom scenery for the sleepers, and making the trackbed invisible. So what I first of all did was to download the texture and set up my folders for the custom scenery set, and edit texture in GIMP. GIMP was not really working with me. Now it does, and they just randomly, not randomly, but I picked the part of the texture that I could use, made it the right size so the importer would like it, and what you see right here is the original track piece from Das Matze. I spoke to him and asked him, could you just send me the files you used, because I would like to make what I just said to you, and what I like, these sleepers thing, blah 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 blah. And he said, okay, no problem, here you go. And so I was really happy. I had the original curved pieces, and the problem was that I actually knew the radius of the curve, but but the problem was I didn't know exactly how the curve looks like, how wide are the tracks, how how exactly does it look like, and working with like a model with proportions I just randomly guessed doesn't really, that's not how it goes. It just doesn't work really well. So I just asked him, and he gave me he gave me my he gave me his models, and so thank you, dude. That was it helped me saving a lot of time, and tasty. And what I did here was I took my texture and divided each plank, so I could use them later as sleepers. And at first I was a little stupid on how to do that, but what I did at the end was to just take the flat texture and draw, separate the planks using that drawing tool. I think, yeah, that I started that right now. So now I just had to make do just what I do there and make these a little bit thicker, so I could use them as real sleepers. Is there something to talk about, to explain? Not really. As you can see, there were some minor problems, but it's wasn't too difficult in the end. Yeah, it took me way too long. But what I did in the end was I separated each piece. I selected it and grouped it, and yeah, I had a separate sleeper I could use. And yeah, I think I'm going to speed this up a little, where I actually start to place the sleepers underneath the track. Should be around here. Yeah, now I finished grouping and separating the sleepers, and I really liked how easy it was to place each sleeper separately underneath the track. And something was that was really important for me was to maintain the look of an Western railroad, like having sleepers that aren't just perfectly straight, don't have all the same length, the same width, just that everything didn't look perfect. That was what I aimed for, but at the same time keep it some realistic in some way, that it would still be a working railroad with like working railroad tracks. So I separately placed each sleeper, kept them close together, and in the end just copy and pasted the wool thing. Yeah. Turn it a bit so it would be easier to place the sleepers correctly in the correct position with the correct height. Looks like I forgot something over there. Yeah, and placed the wrong texture. Yeah, so these are the last 3 sleepers I had to place, and then I just grouped them all. And yeah, I select them all, group them, copy them. So I saved a lot of time. And you don't notice that these are just the same I used earlier. If you look closely, you will notice when you look from above, but actually you don't really notice that. So yeah, what was the left curve? Just quickly group each single one, and for some reason I decided to rotate that one sleeper just a tiny bit, just to make it look just take out a little bit of that pattern, and save that in an individual folder. Like I'm used to make one folder for textures, one for OVL data, one for SketchUp files, one for the theme file, one for XML files, and so on. So I know where each files are, and I can easily find them. To make it less difficult, I just mirrored the piece I already had, and I think right now, then the next thing I'm going to do is, yeah, the next thing is how I made the trackbed invisible, and I can start explaining it right here. In the importer, when you select, when you have your object, there are the separate groups you made, and for each group you can select one texture, and for that texture you also have to select a texture style, and the default style is as an OSE opaque, I think, and for those who don't have English as a native language, opaque means that you can't see through, like it's solid. And actually, that already could give you a hint. There's also a texture style called SE Alpha, and I already put that in. And if you change the in the overall, like you can open it with an hex editor, and I could explain to you to it right here. The group is called trackbed. It's on the top right. It's not on the entire top, but where I just clicked, and then there's a texture style as the opaque, and just replace the opaque double point txs with alpha double point txs, and then the game thinks, okay, where is a transparent texture, and that confuses me a bit, but I just expect the game to display the non-transparent part of the texture, but it doesn't. But if the texture doesn't contain any transparency at all, it just doesn't show anything. So the entire group becomes invisible. and that is just really handy. If you just want to make, for example, breaks invisible, I already did that for my Ravenstein project, and other projects as well. And yeah, you can just exchange the texture style. There are a lot more. There's FE Opaque, there's FE Alpha Mask. You have a separate texture with black, a grayscale texture that tells the game where to make a transparent, where to add transparency to the texture. Like reflection, like metal reflection, like glass. Yeah, some lot of reflections are selectable as a texture style, and but with alpha, the game thinks you're using an alpha texture and makes the group invisible if the texture it uses doesn't contain any transparency. What I did here is I made my for this custom scenery set. This is the importer for those who don't know how to import custom scenery. This right here isn't a tutorial. It's just explaining really quick what I did. I created a shared texture that is an overall file containing all the textures that your set will use, so you don't have to save a texture multiple times inside the object OVO. And I forgot how to do that, so I just loaded up the texture files from my Ravenstein project. I remembered how to do that and could easily import the scenery I created. So this is the sleepers for the left curve. I think the sleepers for the right curve are already imported. I made a tiny mistake there, and I colored out a lot of troubleshooting. It was just boring. I gave the shared texture a different name than the set name, which is a problem because if you doesn't have to be a problem. But if you select a reference, if you don't use usual texture inside inside the overall data of your model, you have to add a reference, and the name of that reference is automatically generated, and it uses the name of a set, I think. And the game then just grabs the texture from the shared texture OVL files, and but if the names don't match, because the shared texture has a different name than the texture you or than what you typed in the reference, then the game just doesn't find the shared texture and doesn't use it, and missing textures will be displayed as a green blob, so some kind of slime thing, and I had that 2 times, and I had to re-import the set 2 times in order to make it work, but I cut all that out so you can see how the finished product looks like. and I think it looks quite cool. You don't see too much repetition, and here is what the track looks with the trackbed and how it looks with the sleepers. I think with the sleepers it looks quite cute because it remembers me a lot of these small-scaled train toys, which have just super thin rails, and yeah, but I'm happy how it turned out. Then I just did some stuff for the screenshot I posted on Shy Guys World and rct3.org. Made that tiny lake. Filled it with yeah, put water inside that hole and placed some rocks here and there, just to give it that kind of look. And as I can see, we are just close to the end of the episode, so think the English episode is way longer than the German one, and just let me say bye bye, and hope the next episode will come soon. Bye bye.